Good morning, all of you. Welcome to Yadoti online classes. I am Saraswati Dansena, your biology teacher, and today I will teach you chapter number 3, that is reproduction. It is very interesting chapter, reproduction. Re means against, production means to form. So every organism try to make their own kind of organism, that is called reproduction. Every organism try to make their own kind of organism. The process in which organisms make their own kind of organism, that is called reproduction. It is not an essential process like respiration, nutrition, digestion, etc. But it is necessary to existence of an species. So reproduction is not necessary for life of an organism, but it is necessary to existence of an organism. Mainly reproduction is two types. That is sexual reproduction, and another one is asexual reproduction. Only a single parents are involved in this reproduction, but in sexual reproduction two parents are involved. Sexual reproduction mostly happen in maximum time in unicellular organism, but it also happen in multicellular organism. So now we discuss about the sexual reproduction of an organism. Mainly 6 types. That means the organism asexual reproduction, it is asexual reproduction, and it is mainly 6 types. That is, first one is fission. It is the process of making of organism. Second is fragmentation. Third one is regeneration. Fourth, spore formation. And fifth is vegetative propagation. And last is asexual reproduction process is 6 types. First is fission, second is fragmentation, third regeneration, fourth spore formation, vegetative propagation, and last is budding. So first we discuss about the fission. It is happen in unicellular organism. Unicellular means the organism whose body is made up of only one cell are called unicellular organism, and multicellular organism means the organism's body is made up of more than one cell are called multicellular organism. So fission happens in most of time unicellular organism. That means it is simply the body. It is example of fission is means is occur in the organism body. That organism is protozoa and some bacteria and also amoeba. The process of fission, the body of, we have taken the example of amoeba. In fusion, the body of amoeba simply split up to two nuclei. Means this is amoeba. Amoeba have no shape and size. So it is inside the amoeba body one nucleus is present, and and their nucleus simply split up to and divide two nucleus, and their body is nucleus divide and their body are also divided and form two amoeba. That is binary. It is called binary fusion because one nucleus is divided and form two new individuals. So it is called binary fusion. It is happened in amoeba, but fission is two types. That is binary fusion and fission is two types: binary fusion and multiple fusion. In multiple fusion, the cells of our organisms are divided into more than one cells. Means the organism's body cells are divided more times, and it is happen in Plasmodium and Leishmania. So it is the asexual process has the all about the fusion. Fusion is two types, that is binary fusion and multiple fusion. Fusion occur in only unicellular organism. Binary fusion occur in amoeba, protozoa and bacteria, and multiple fusion occur in Leishmania and Plasmodium. Then next we discuss about the fragmentation. So next is fragmentation. It happens in multicellular organism. Example are Spirogyra. The body of Spirogyra simply breaks into few pieces, and that fragments are again regenerate and make a new individual. That is called fragmentation. See the structure of, imagine this is Spirogyra, and the Spirogyra body is breaks into three pieces, and here the three pieces are again produced three individuals, and this is called fragmentation. The next is regeneration. It is occur in, its example is Planaria. It is one organism, and its body is divided into many pieces, and here in Spirogyra every pieces have ability to regenerate a new individual, but in Planaria the every pieces not have the ability to regenerate the individual or make the new individual. Only few pieces are have to regenerate the new individual. So example of regeneration is the Planaria. Next is spore formation. The reproduction occurs through the spore is also a type of asexual reproduction. See, imagine this is bed here. Some spore are formed. This is called hyphae. Through this, the spore are, it is one type of fungi. The spore are attached to the bread, and here spore are formed. This is called sporangia. where spore are formed, that is called sporangia, and these spore are when they have any medium, that is air medium or through other insect, the spore are transferred to another medium, and if the condition is suitable, then that time it form the another individual, and this process is called sporogenesis. Next is vegetative propagation, the process by which it is mainly so now I discuss the vegetative propagation. Many plants are divided into two parts: vegetative part and reproductive part. Example of vegetative parts are root, stem and leaf. Example of reproductive parts of plants, that is flower and seeds. So vegetative propagation means the new organism or new plants are formed by the root, stem or leaf, that is called vegetative propagation. Then vegetative propagation is also two types, that is natural vegetative propagation and artificial vegetative propagation. Artificial vegetative propagation. Natural example of natural vegetative propagation is bryophyllum. Bryophyllum leaf. It is a type of leaf in which the leaf is very thick. See, this one is bryophyllum leaf and it is very thick. Here liquid type substance is present inside the leaf. When it fallen from the plant, the margin notches are present, and from every notches buds are formed. And from the buds new individuals are formed. So in one bryophyllum leaf, more than 20 to 25 new individuals are formed, because in leaf the number of margin present that depend upon the number of new individual formed. Means it is the natural vegetative propagation, but artificial vegetative propagation is three types. That is, first is cutting, second is grafting, third is layering. So first we discuss cutting. Example is rose plants. In cutting, simply we cut the stem, root of plants, and from the root and stem new plants are grown. That is called cutting process. But in grafting, two variety of, imagine this is one type of mango. It is very sweet and its size is small. But another mango plant is its size is big but not sweet. When these two mango plants are combined, that is called grafting process. Cut here, and these mango plants also joined with this, and the new variety of mango is formed, that is sweet, and their size is also big. So grafting, example of grafting is mango, and last is layering. In this process, the jasmine is example of layering is jasmine. In this process, see, this is the stem of jasmine, and this is root. Root is cut here, and the stem is, that that is attached with the soil here, roots are developed and form new plants. So this is the vegetative propagation. So simply vegetative propagation means the new individuals are formed by the stem, roots and leaf of the plants. It is the same as the parent plants. So next is large budding. Example of budding is hydra. It is present in water. In the body of hydra, small buds are developed. When hydra are mature, in their body small buds are developed and form new hydra, and that is last detached from the body of hydra and form new individuals. So this is all about the asexual reproduction, about the sexual reproduction of plant. When sexual reproduction come in our mind, here two gametes are also present in our mind. Sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, two gametes are involved, that is male gametes and another one is female gametes. Male gametes and female gametes. Two gametes. The fusion of male gametes and female gametes are called fertilization, and after fertilization new zygotes are formed. Then zygotes are divided and form embryo, and embryo are divided and form new individual. So first we discuss about the sexual reproduction of plants. Sexual reproduction. It is happening only angiospermic plants. Angiospermic plants means the plants which have flower are called angiospermic plant. We already know that flower are called reproductive parts of a plant. So flower contain both male organ and female organ. When both male and female organ are present in one flower, that is called bisexual flower, and only one flower is present, that means that is maybe female flower or male flower, that time that is called unisexual flower. So example of bisexual flower are China rose, or it is also called hibiscus. The scientific name of China rose are Rosa sinensis. Then bisexual means both male and female gametes are present, means male and female flowers are present in one flower, that is called bisexual flower. And example of bisexual flower are China rose. Then unisexual flower. Unisexual, here only one flower is present, that means that is maybe a male flower or a female flower. So it is called unisexual flower. Unisexual flower example is papaya. So next we see the structure of flower. Sexual reproduction of plants. So see, this is the structure of hibiscus plant, China rose plant. It contains both male sex organ and female sex organ. Here stamen are present. This is called stigma. It is also called carpel or gynoecium, or also called female reproductive part. Female reproductive part. So see, this is the female reproductive part and this is called style. Ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules are present. Ovules are present and inside ovules, embryo are developed or female gametes are present. Female gametes. Then see this is called sepal. Single is called sepal, but full sepal are called calyx. And see the color part of the China rose, that is called petal, and full petal are called corolla. Corolla. So see, this is the female reproductive part. Next we see the male reproductive part. This is anther. It is also called androecium. Androecium or male reproductive part. Male reproductive part. This is called filament. Inside the anther sacs are present. Anther sacs are pollen sac are present. This is male reproductive parts, or it is also called anther or androecium. Here anther sac are present and inside the anther sac it contains the anther or pollen grains. Anther contains pollen grains. So in bisexual flower, that means in hibiscus flower, both male reproductive part and female reproductive parts are present in one flower. So next we discuss the pollination. How the pollen grains are transferred to the stigma, means pollen are present in male reproductive part and how they transfer to the stigma. That process are pollination, means in which process pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma are called pollination. Pollination is also two types, that is self pollination and cross pollination. Self pollination means male and female flowers are when present in one flower. The transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of the same flower or of the same plant of the another flower are called self pollination. Then cross pollination. Cross pollination means the transfer of pollen grains from one plant to the another plants. It is happened in papaya. In papaya, two plants are different plants are present. That means that one having female gametes and another having male reproductive parts, and in that case the pollen grains are transferred to pollens from the stigma, means different flower, that is called cross pollination. So this is about pollination. Pollination means transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma are called pollination. Next we see what happens when pollen grains are transferred to the stigma. stigma, style, ovary, ovary. Pollen grains comes from the anther, and here stigma is present. Inside the stigma, sticky substances are present, and pollen grains are formed and attached to the stigma. And here pollen grains are formed, pollen tube, and through the pollen tube they enter to the style, and when they reach to the ovary, inside the ovary ovules are present. Ovules are present, and inside the ovules female gametes are present. Female gametes are present. When pollen tubes are come to ovary, here one substance is present, that is called one layer is present, that is called chalaza. And it prevents the entry of pollen grains to the ovary. Then some pollen grains are very weak and they move backward, and some pollen grains are try to enter in ovary. Then they enter through the micropyle that is present lower part of the ovary. Micropyle. When pollen grains are entered to the ovule, they fuses with the female gamete and form the zygote. Ovules enter to the ovary and fuses with the zygote, and that process is called fertilization. Fertilization means fusion of male gametes and female gametes. Fertilization, fusion of male gametes and female gametes are called fertilization, and in this process zygote are formed. Zygote are formed. After that, ovary are formed fruits, and ovules are formed seeds. When ovules are converted to seeds, how they converted to seeds? See here. Here two polar nuclei is present. Polar nuclei. Female zygote. Female zygote, and when pollens are enters to the ovary, they contain two pollen grains or two male gametes. Two male gametes. When male gametes are entered to the ovary, first is fuses with the female gamete, and another gamete is fuses with the polar nuclei. Here, one most important question is double fertilization. What is double fertilization? Double fertilization. So, see this: two male gametes are come from the anther through the stigma and enter to the ovary. And here, one gametes are fuses with the female gametes, and another gametes are fuses with the polar nuclei. And here, the one male gamete and two polar nuclei are fused, and this is called triple fusion. When two polar nuclei or one male gametes are fused, that it is called triple fusion. And see here also female gametes or male gametes of fusion are occur. So here two fusion are occurred. That's why it is called double fertilization. Means this is also one and it is also one. So fusion of male gametes and female gametes are for embryo, and this is for endosperm. Endosperm means It provides the nourishment and food to the embryo. It helps in growth of the embryo. So this is all about the double fertilization and sexual reproduction of a plants. So this is all about the sexual reproduction